Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey, working on our frogging project here. This one has been put into timeout because it is absolutely insane how I did this. I don't know what I did, but I did it so well I can't seem to take it apart myself. So that's why we keep coming back to it until it's apart so I can fix it finally. Like, how frustrating is that? That, I did this so well that I can't seem to figure out where I even started from or where I ended or anything. Like, part of me is super proud of myself. Part of me is like, really? Really? Just had to do it this well, huh? So I'm doing quite a bit of filming in one sitting. I'm wearing different shirts because it's a lot easier for me to edit. Because of course when you put it on the computer it just ends up as a bunch of numbers and I don't want to figure it out. But I am not feeling too much crochet love right now. I'm feeling like I'm going to work on a couple other aspects of things, like this is really, probably should be cut. Do I have scissors over here? Probably not. I don't usually have scissors over here. It's too close to my yarn. I probably do have my sewing pack right next to me. But I am going to end up taking apart all of this to get all my pieces back because I want to use a different color and a different... I don't like them being this close because they're close, but they're not quite the same. See, look closely here. This has a little more of a yellowish tinge, and this is not, and they feel totally different. Same with this, and this was twisting. It was just way too tight, and it just kept twisting and twisting, and it was not hanging properly. I left it hanging for like weeks, looking at it, and it just wasn't getting any better. I washed it, still didn't get any better. So I was like, you know what? That's my cue telling me that I was wrong, and that I did the colors all wrong. Used the wrong yarns, too close together, because I thought they were the same. Until I took them out into real light, and then I was like, oh yeah, well that's not gonna work, is it? So there's that. Okay, I am not sure what I'm doing here because the stuff in the middle splits so much. It reminds me of straw. It's like the color of straw. It feels like straw. Maybe it is straw. Who knows? Crazier things have happened, right? Crazier, but not likely. Okay. I got a little lead over here. I think I just tried to pull that out, and like half of it is through there. Like I think I went through a stitch at one point here, which is fantastic, is now taking it apart has become even more of a chore. Yes. See that? Yeah, it's in two different spots, right? So yay, that is working out just fantastic. Okay. And yeah, We go right there. Waiting on a delivery from Temu. I'm getting a new diffuser today. And possibly a huge mouse pad, like a big, big, big mouse pad. I have my room set up in a way where I have 2 side tables, and I have them side by side and a dollhouse in front of them because I keep my jewelry in them and other valuables. And I have found my children going through my valuables, and so I wanted to make it a little extra hard to get in there because they have mixed up my semi-precious stones. And I know that sounds like a weirdly weird thing to say, but I have beading of beads, like chunks of semi-precious stones, and they are meant for beading. Some of them, however, do not have holes in them, and I have to get a Dremel for that, and that's on my long-term list. Like, I have no idea of what I want to do with them yet. But I also do not want my kids ripping open all the plastic bags and whatnot that they're in there, and like Ziploc bags and stuff. And they rip them open, mix them up. I have real coral, like antique corals, red ones and stuff. And unfortunately, I had them long before they became an issue of not being able to get a hold of them. Just like my bone bracelet, I got that before that was outlawed. So I have these pieces. My bone bracelet, the plastic in it died, but the bone is still, bone. So I still have the pieces for that. So these are things I need to repair at some point. And I just don't like my kids mixing them up. It took me hours to get the lapis lazuli and the chrysocolla apart because they're not exactly the same, but they're enough and the pieces are so small. It really was very much a puzzle. Not that I'm opposed to puzzles. I like puzzles, but it was not a puzzle I was expecting. So anyways, I keep my 2 bedside tables beside my bed. And I put a lot of my crafting stuff right there, like my projects. I have all my crochet hooks that I use regularly. I've got lots of scissors. I've got all my needles. I got my rings. All that kind of stuff is right next to me because that's usually where I like to set up, is in my nest. As I call our bed. My bed. My nest. I call it nesting. And so the long mouse pad that I can put down instead of a piece of cloth to keep the table from getting, I have coasters and stuff, but the table does get, like, where am I using my mouse when I'm using my computer, because I don't use the TV in my bedroom as a TV. It is my monitor for my computer, because I do everything on one device. My TV is a smart TV, but my internet is not smart. I don't get very much through this TV, so if I use the smart TV stuff, I don't get enough of an internet signal because my building is quite fireproof. It's made with steel and concrete walls. So that means the internet doesn't like to go around corners and stuff, and I'm at the very end of the house. So I get a little cup of internet when I can kind of thing back here. When I use it on the computer, I plug it into these puck things we have all over the house to try to extend it, and my computer works just fine, but the TV, as a smart TV, just doesn't do it. But I can watch pretty much everything I want to watch. Plus, I've got a Blu-ray player in my computer, so I am pretty set. And that was done because when I had my youngest, my husband figured that would be the most comfortable place for me to lay with her and be with her, because I am a firm believer that you cannot spend too much time with a newborn, small children, that kind of thing. If they want to lay down in their bed, or you're tired because they're tired, Because, taking care of a newborn is quite exhausting. Your body's gone through a whole bunch of crazy changes and stuff, so he thought it'd be best just to outfit me with a really nice computer and a larger TV in here. And now it's more of my main hub. The kids' toys and stuff are mostly in the living room, so they like to be out there. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if I need to do something like, say, my editing and whatnot, I have to do it in my room. But I'm getting a nice big mouse pad, and it's from one of my favorite games, Stardew Valley. And I'm really excited about it. I really wanted that one when I saw it. I was like, oh, that is so cute. I love playing that game. In fact, I just finished playing it for like an hour. It's a nice, quiet game where I do farming. I can go fishing. I can go mining. The music is phenomenal. And the really neat thing is that it was an independent game. This young fellow did it all on his own. Did all the music, all the art, the story, everything about it. And he still puts out brand new stuff for the game. And he's just I've bought the game about 3 different times. And I'll probably end up buying it a couple more times because, you know what? That guy works hard. He deserves my money. He's still putting out free add-ons to the game. He encourages people to make stuff to go with the game, like modifications to make the game more. For just the regular people who like to do that kind of thing can add to the game, which is really, really cool. And I think that's really awesome. I really like that with any art form. Free use. I love the free use because it's just phenomenal the things that people can come up with. I think it's called free use. What it is basically, it's a type of copyright where you put it out there, you started it, and you're still taking ownership of it, but you are encouraging other people to add to it. So, for example, somebody puts out a drum beat, and it's a fun beat, but they don't know what else to do with it. They can put it out there, and someone can add some lyrics, and some guitar, and some piano, whatever. 5 different people could do 5 different amazing things with it. It's just, or all 5 could take turns and add to it until it becomes this crazy, beautiful piece. And I think that's gorgeous. They do it with art, they do it with patterns. Because in this world of mine, it's really, really refreshing to see ours. And yeah, I get it. We live in a society where we want to amass more and more and more. But I feel like there's a bit of an overconsumption in this end of the world that is getting to a very dangerous level. Dangerous. People hoarding, people decluttering, getting rid of everything. And so, well, why did you need it in the first place? And I mean, I can't say much. My living room's a disaster all the time. There's so many toys. I think we have too many toys. Don't tell my kids. I've told them. So don't worry, I'm not saying anything no one in my house has not heard me say. But at the same time, we are bombarded by ads and just things being made to look really, really cool. So we kind of want to try it. We want to do it. We want those for ourselves. We want to be that happy and smiling. So we're kind of caught in this big consumerism circle. And I mean, it even happens to us yarn people. I see a lot of people posting about how they are needing to de-stash because they have so much yarn. This looks like a lot, but it really isn't. I'm hiding big holes. I've pulled stuff right to the front because I am running out of... Surprisingly, I am actually starting to get a little less yarn than I had before because I'm going through it fast and not replacing it right away because I have other things I gotta pay for too. And then I see all these people and they're just destashing. I see it on Facebook, I see it on YouTube, I see it all over the place. And people are just constantly destashing these beautiful, beautiful yarns. It's like, wow. I'm sorry you never got to use that. A post by somebody who was talking about how they inherited all their grandmother's stuff and they were using some absolutely stunning yarn. Grandmother never got a chance to use it, and that made me sad. She bought it. She liked it, obviously, if she bought it, so... But I mean, I could say the same thing about my grandma. We have a lot of her crafting stuff. I think my mom had to finish some cross-stitching of hers because she was in the middle of doing a series of Santa Clauses, like old Santa Clauses. They're beautiful. They're big. But, just the things I think about when I'm frogging, right? Consumerism and overconsumption. Big words, but they have a big impact. And I mean, I'm one of those people that I rinse out my Ziploc bags if I think that whatever was in them wasn't too greasy or too yucky. If it can be used again, it will be used again. And that I did learn from my grandmother and my mother, and I still do it. My family laughs at me, but when you're looking for a jar, and I got just the jar for you, I'm your best friend. Anyways, no more than 4 jars are allowed to be on my counter at any time. So don't worry, I'm not doing a crazy amount of keeping everything that comes across me. Almost everything goes to recycling, but I do keep a few just in case. I just got rid of 4 yogurt containers and 2 sour cream ones. I usually keep them, but I have a bunch in the cupboard right now with my regular Tupperware, so that's it. That's all I have room for. I'm not going to keep any more. Stick to your guns. Anyways, thanks for joining me here as I'm still trying to take apart this piece. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.